My sister showed up at my divorce hearing uninvited, and what she said to the judge changed everything. I need to explain something first. I didn't ask for this divorce. My wife filed. She said I was emotionally unavailable. Her lawyer said I was an absent father who prioritizes work over family. That phrase, absent father, 2 words that can end a man's life in a courtroom. I work 50 hours a week, not because I love my desk, because I love my son, because diapers cost money, because the house costs money, because the life my wife wanted costs money. I built it brick by brick, paycheck by paycheck, and now I'm sitting in a courtroom being told the building makes me a bad father. My ex wants primary custody of our 5-year-old son, Ethan. Her lawyer painted a picture of a man who's never home, who chooses overtime over bedtime, who is physically present but emotionally distant. I sat there listening to a stranger describe a version of me that doesn't exist, but it sounded convincing. That's what lawyers do. They make fiction sound like a documentary. My lawyer did his best, showed my work schedule, showed I coached Ethan's t-ball team, showed I was at every parent-teacher meeting, but her lawyer kept hammering one point. If he's always at work, who's actually raising the child? The judge was listening, and I could feel the room tilting away from me. Then the courtroom door opened. My sister Emma walked in. She wasn't invited. She wasn't on any witness list. She just showed up, wearing a blazer she doesn't own. I found out later she borrowed it from her roommate 20 minutes before the hearing. She looked like a lawyer from a show that got canceled after 1 season, but she walked in with the confidence of someone who had something to say and wasn't leaving until she said it. The judge said, "Who are you?" Emma said, "I'm his sister, and with the court's permission, I have something relevant to share." My lawyer grabbed my arm. I didn't know what was happening. The judge looked at my ex's lawyer. He objected. The judge overruled and said, "Keep it brief." Emma pulled out her phone. She held it up and showed a photo. Me and Ethan asleep on the couch, his head on my chest, a book open on my lap. She said, "He sends me these every Friday night, every single one." The caption is always the same. "Movie night with my little man. He hasn't missed a Friday in 3 years." She showed another photo. Me and Ethan at t-ball practice. She said, "He doesn't play baseball. He never played. He's terrible at sports. He learned the rules from YouTube at midnight because he didn't want his son to have a coach who didn't care. He practiced throwing in the backyard alone for 2 weeks before the first practice. He threw the ball into the neighbor's yard 4 times. He is objectively bad at this, but he shows up every single Saturday." The courtroom was quiet. My ex's lawyer wasn't interrupting anymore. Emma showed text messages, me texting her at 6 a.m. Ethan said his first full sentence today, "I almost cried at breakfast." Me texting at 11 p.m. He wanted 4 books tonight. I was falling asleep by the 3rd, but he read the 4th one to me. He can't read yet. He just made up the story from the pictures. It was about a dragon who works at a grocery store. Best story I've ever heard. She read that one out loud. I heard someone in the courtroom laugh softly, then go quiet. Emma put her phone down and looked at the judge. His ex-wife's lawyer called him absent. I've watched a lot of people become parents. Some figure it out eventually. Some never do. My brother figured it out on day 1. Not because it was natural, because he decided. He decided his son would never wonder if his dad loved him. And that kid has never wondered. Not once. Not for a single second. She looked at my ex. Not with anger. With something worse. Pity. You can say he works too much. That might be true. But the man who works 50 hours and still reads 4 books at bedtime isn't absent.